I'm here at the Exotic Wedding Planning Conference in Barcelona, which is a conference for wedding planners of all different abilities, from novice right through to experienced. And they've flown in from all over Europe to be here. And I'm lucky to be part of a team of expert speakers, all of whom have agreed to sit down and have a chat with me about their experience in the wedding industry. And right now, I'm sat here with Cindy Salgado. Cindy, welcome. Thank you so much for talking to me. I thought we'd start by finding out a little bit more about you, what you do, and who you are.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So my name is Cindy Salgado, and I'm a destination wedding specialist based in Florence, Italy. And I work with foreign couples that are in love with the Italian culture and want to get married there.
Yeah. Well, you certainly live and work in a beautiful place. I'm envious. Let's put it that way. It looks stunning. But when I was preparing for this interview, I went onto your website and I read a little bit about you, and I read about your Italian love story. And I think this is something that would resonate with a lot of us listening to this. And I couldn't help but be impressed about how you packed your life up into a suitcase and moved lock, stock and barrel to Italy from Mexico. That's quite a big move. So I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit about how it was setting up a business in a country that wasn't your own and a country that wasn't your home. It would have been quite a challenge, I imagine.
Honestly, it was so difficult. Because when I started back in 2009, the profession of wedding planning was quite new in Italy. So people didn't know how to frame my profession. So for the Italian government, I just need to start paying taxes right away. So as we all know, when you start like a new business, it's like you hardly have clients. So I need to invest a lot from my pocket. And also one of the issues that I have is that I set the Italian couples as my target market, which was also a huge mistake because again, it was a new profession for them. And they were like, why should I hire you? Because I'm local, I can go to the venues, and I mean, my sister can do that. So I spent a lot of time and money doing that. But luckily for me, I live in an amazing country, as you mentioned. And I saw that there were many couples that were like just dreaming and dying for getting married in Italy. So by doing that, I said like, okay, wake up, Cindy. You don't have to target Italians, you have to target like foreign couples that wants to get married in Italy. So by doing that, I thank God really, because Tuscany, it's beautiful and very popular for having a destination wedding. And this is how finally, after a lot of challenge and difficulties, I was able to position my business in the market.
That's really interesting to hear about that, because clearly it was a challenge for you to start off with, and you've quite happily admitted that you've made some mistakes. You know, deciding to focus on Italian couples was clearly the wrong way to go. But obviously you've turned that around and now have a very successful destination wedding planning business. So congratulations, because that wasn't an easy thing to do. Now, as we've said, you specialise in destination weddings now. So I was wondering if you could tell me the difference between destination wedding planning versus wedding planning that doesn't involve any travel, because obviously the two are quite different. So I wanted to get your take on that.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's more fun to organize destination weddings because everything is new and exciting for the couple. I mean, they're not just the conventional couple that basically they're just escaping from the routine, from what everything has seen over and over again. So they want to have something like really new for everyone and blend their culture with another one. So everything for them is like, wow, amazing, fun, romantic. So when you work with local weddings, they're a little bit more conventional, actually. Right. I know that destination weddings are, involves like a lot of traveling, but at the end they have like a lot of fun because they don't just do like the wedding by itself. So they make like a wedding experience. So it's normally like 2-3 days where they have fun, leave the country, and experience new things. While the local weddings are more, again, conventional. And for me, surprises a little bit more limited because the locations are always the same. Couples tend to follow the same schemes, the same food, the same entertainment form, for example. And obviously, the surprises are a little bit limited for them and for their guests. Also, local couples are more critical and can be more demanding because they know their food and they know but I tried it like somewhere else and it was better. So yeah, they're like more hard to please. So this is, for me, I know that destination weddings involves more traveling, but at the end it's not that complicated, and I enjoy more doing destination weddings than local weddings.
To me, it sounds as though your destination wedding clients tend to be more adventurous. They'll try new things, so it makes it more interesting for you as the planner. Yeah, I can understand that. So leading on from that, I was wondering if you could talk us through some of the services that you offer as a destination wedding planner.
Yes. So I offer a boutique service, which means that I don't do more than 8-10 weddings per year, because I love to custom made everything for my clients. I love to follow up with them and get to know them deeply, like their likes, their dislikes, what they need, what they want. So I feel that when you do like a lot of weddings, you get like confused and you just don't get like that quick response to them and everything. So I prefer to choose my clients and to find like a good energy with them. Because for me, it's important to find the right match with the couple. So trust me, when you got that energy with the client, everything is so fun and amazing, and everything flows like really well because you get to know them in a deep level and they have fun, they trust you, and I love to treat them like friends because you do everything for your friends, right? So this is why I choose to just do like a few weddings, but more quality, and to deliver like an amazing experience for them.
So the focus really is on the attention to detail for you, isn't it? And being able to give them, as you said, a wedding experience, not just a wedding, but an experience that starts from the moment they sign with you to the moment they fly off on their honeymoon. They become very much an integral part of your wedding planning family, so to speak. So that's a nice way to do things. I wanted to know, obviously you've mentioned that with your destination wedding clients, they tend to be a bit more adventurous. So what's the most unusual wedding that you've planned?
Oh, God. Well, I would love to say that's something really exotic or something, like in a cliff or, I don't know, a hidden wood or something. But the truth is that luckily for me, it hasn't happened yet because logistically, it will be a nightmare. Yes. But what comes to my mind, it happened this year. We were organizing a wedding in March, which in Italy is still cold. And I met this lovely bride from the US. And we have a luxury location in the center of Florence. And, well, the season, let's say, it was at the end of winter, starting spring. So she came up and she told me, look, Cindy, for my wedding, I want to incorporate the blue navy and the gold. And I don't want to be like the other brides. So all the brides use flowers. So I don't want flowers at all. Oh, and neither candles. So we were like, what? Okay, how can we create a luxury wedding without candles and flowers, which normally are like the first ladies of a wedding, right? So, and also we were risking to do like a Christmas theme wedding because it was cold and we were using gold and we were using blue navy. So, because we always love to incorporate the Italian style, because I believe that people that comes to Italy, they wanted to leave Italy. We always incorporate Italy, and actually Italy saved us because we were in Florence, which is the cradle of the Renaissance, and we decided to use statues, oranges, grapes, lemons, and create something really Renaissance, and also do some tricks with the lighting. We didn't have like candles, but something with the lighting, and did like to create the magic, right? So at the end, it was quite interesting. It was challenging because we were like, what to do with the setting and everything, but at the end she was super, super happy, and we were very happy as well because it was something a little bit uncommon for us to do.
Well, that would have been a challenge in itself. The moment you had no florals, no candles, as you say, how do you plan a luxury wedding? But that's where a wedding planner comes into their own, in being able to take what looks like an impossible thing to do and turn it into something that is absolutely spectacular. And what you did was use your surroundings, which should always be incorporated into design. And something else you touched upon there is lighting. Lighting is so underused, and there's so many options now. And with all those options, a lot of them are actually very affordable. You don't want to have flowers that amazing flowers if they're not lit, because you can't see them properly. Yes. So I think lighting is probably one of the most undersold options within wedding design, and it's something we should be looking at a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So moving on from the design side of things and the actual planning side of things to more the business side of things, what do you think it takes to make a good wedding planner?
For me, it's all about commitment. Again, put your heart in every wedding that you do. I don't like to treat my clients as clients, but as friends, because again, you do everything for your friends. So I usually cry with them, laugh with them, like really became friends, lasting relationships. So the day of the wedding, normally it goes really, really well, and I am sad when they have to say goodbye, but when they come back to me and tell their experience or maybe put a review on your services and everything, it really makes it like worth it. And this is why I love so much my job, because you get to incorporate also feelings with your couples, and when you get to know them really, really good and you have a deep connection with them, you're super happy and it's so rewarding.
Well, you certainly sell the job very well. Thank you for your thoughts on that. Now, being in business, there's a lot of highs, there's a lot of lows. Everybody has challenges and everybody has triumphs. So I wondered if you could tell me what your biggest challenge has been to date since running a business, and also what your biggest triumph has been.
I will say that the challenge that it was so tough for me actually was starting my business, because really this is why I suggest always to learn, to network and everything, because I'm starting it was something new in Italy. So people didn't know how to, and so I need to pay like a lot of taxes, didn't know where to start. So basically I have to say that I suffer for 2-3 years because I want to get clients, but I didn't know how to get them. And I know that I wanted to do it with all my heart, but it was so hard to start. So I would say that one of the challenge was that to start your business, because you feel sometimes alone, right? Yes. And if you don't have someone that tells you like, look, you can do like that, or guide you through the way, it can be really, really stressful. Stressful, yes. And about the triumphs, I will say having lasting relationships with my clients, for sure. Again, I think that not all the people have the privilege to have their dream job. So I'm super happy to do what I love and to get paid for that. Right? So yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to really love weddings and wedding planning to be a wedding planner, because it's hard work apart from anything else. As you say, it's very rewarding, but it's also a very tough industry to be in, and you have to really want to do it and really enjoy what you do to want to continue to do this job. So yeah, it is very difficult. And finally, I'd just like to ask you what top tips you have for anyone who's considering a career as a wedding planner.
Yes. So again, it's hard to start. So really don't start from scratch. Like if you organize your own wedding and you have fun doing that, you have to understand that there's a lot of study to do before. Yeah. Like go to school, like get certifications, go to meetings, network with the wedding planning industry as well. And if you feel at some point that you're stuck, but you feel that it's your passion, just go for it. Don't never ever tell no one that you can do it, because if you love it, for sure life will reward you again. So, and also one of the tips that I can give is also find a partner in crime. It can be your partner, it can be a wedding vendor, because really often you'll find yourself alone and you need that moral support. Yes. And to find someone that has your same views and your same goals, that you can walk together to those goals. So yeah.
Good support network.
Yeah. Actually, I hello to Dario and Viviana. Thank you so much, because they're my flower designers and they are amazing. But they're also my psychologists, and they help me all the way, because sometimes you feel like this is happening, and they help you also to calm and to see things clear with another point of view. Yeah. So yeah, that will be my suggestion as well.
That's a great suggestion, having a partner in crime. And that, as you said, doesn't necessarily mean actually taking on a business partner. It means having a support team, having a support network, someone you can go to offload, somebody you can ask for advice, somebody, as you say, to give you a different point of view and a different perspective, because it can be a lonely road being a wedding planner, and you do need that sounding board and that support behind you. So yeah, partner in crime is a great piece of advice. Cindy, thank you for taking the time out to talk to me here at the conference. It is busy here, so I do appreciate the time, and it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, so thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure.
No problem. Don't forget to head to our YouTube channel to check out the rest of the interviews with all the wonderful speakers here at the Exotic Wedding Planning Conference in Barcelona.